911, what is the location of your emergency?
So this is 9.
This is 911. What's the address?
Yes. We need an ambulance because my dad's had a heart attack.
What is the address?
I received a 911 call reporting a male not breathing. I was speaking to his son while the patient's wife attempted to help him. I began providing CPR instructions to the son, who then relayed it to his mom. She started chest compressions until responders arrived and were able to take over.
I mean, the first thing that comes to mind when you hear that the person's unconscious and not breathing is to get a unit moving as quick as possible. And keeping the caller calm, because a lot of times in those situations they can be very excited and they lose focus on the questions that you're trying to ask them to get proper information and give them the help that they need.
There's definitely a bit of adrenaline when I receive a call of someone not breathing. Just feeling the pressure of the situation and the importance of getting help there to potentially save this person's life.
It definitely wakes you up a bit to, a million things start running through your head that you have to do and get done quickly.
Our callers aren't professional 911 callers. Our telecommunicators are trained to help those callers get through their crisis, to deal with their situation, and keep the process of emergency services going.
I don't think there's a default. I don't think it's available.
Okay, stay on the line. I'll tell you exactly what to do next.
There's no.
Are you right by him?
CPR.
Okay, are you right by him?
Yes, we're both with him.
Okay, listen carefully. Lay him flat on his back on the floor and remove anything under his head.
It is up to me to control the call and get the information necessary for the first responders.
For a 911 telecommunicator, they're taking the call and they're making sure that the resources are sent and that any additional resources are provided. But when they hang up that phone, they don't have that piece of the story. So they're hanging stories. So I kind of liken it to reading a book. If you read a 300-page book and you only get to page 250 and you stop and you put it down and you go on to the next book, all of those books start accumulating and you have all these unfinished stories that, depending on how you are, it's hard to close those chapters.
It felt great to find out the positive outcome. We typically do not ever find out. In this case, I found out a few months after, but it was still a really good feeling to know that he was okay.
Yeah, I mean, since it's not common to learn how people end up after the fact, it was kind of awesome to find out about this, even though it was 3 or 4 months after it actually happened. But I also think we have some really awesome officers that understand how stressful it can be to not really ever know what happens, and they try to give us as much information as possible immediately following a situation so we're not kind of left hanging, because that is what happens a lot.
No matter what job you're doing, you want to hear about the good things and hear the praise of doing a good job. And there's nothing more important to our telecommunicators than to know that they saved somebody's life. That's a huge recognition, and one that happens more than we see getting recognition for.